Welcome, fellow YouTube enthusiasts. Jesus here, back with episode 2 of Road to the Top here. We are in random battles. I've got about 1799, dropped down quite a bit due to decay and simply just losing battles as well. Now, I know it's been a long time, but it's been a long time a coming, so let's make that rated and find the battle. Alrighty, so we're here up against Laser Rocket Arm. I've got my Crustal here, and I am chilling. Got a pretty balanced team, as we usually do. And, Specs, Water Spell, Octillery. I haven't seen many Octilleries. Apparently, they're pretty slow. And, yeah, it's the slowest thing on my team. I do imagine this thing probably just going to set up some form of hazards, probably lay some toxic on me as well. I would like to get, I do have a defogger on this team, so I believe what I want to do is just get up layer spikes as he puts up his rocks. Okay, so I can definitely deal. I have a rapid spinner and a defogger, so I don't really mind about those entry hazards. And also, since this is just an ideal lead, so I'm not really going to do anything where I want to switch up my moves. I just want to get up my hazards and everything. And now he brings in this Politoed, making it rain. And I do have a Kingdra. It is a sniper. I do have a Kingdra that can take hits. Now, judging it does have lefties, I really want to just stay in and get that last layer up of spikes. But I think I'm just going to go direct into the Kingdra, predicting the water type move, as he does just go for a Scald. I am specially oriented, so that would not be the end of the world if, that kind of stuff happened. I'm going to fire off a Draco and that does nothing. That's a problem. The Draco just did nothing. He can't really touch me, though. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I can't really touch him either. Is Outrage going to do more than... I may... I don't really know. Alright, let's just go for Outrage. Let's take this Politoed down as he goes for another Scald. And if he gets a burn here, that would really suck, but he doesn't. And now that I've got one Outrage in, it is somewhat likely that we'll only get a 2-turn Outrage, which we don't do. So now we're locked in. That sucks. Got rid of his Rain. It would have been nice for my Octillery to keep that Rain. I mean, just imagine a Rain boosted Choice Specs Water Spout. Let's get that timer running there. And he's going to go right into a Glaceon. And I'm locked in, so that sucks. And I really don't know what this Glaceon's going to do to me, though. Ice Beam, that's the best he's got, I guess. And I could definitely switch out of this guy. I do outspeed, though, and it's just not quite enough. Now, I do believe I'm just going to go right into my Hitmontop here. Not really much reason not to, as he does go for a Wish not to. That is a different Pokemon. And I'm probably just going to go for a Rapid Spin here. Definitely could go into some sort of Ghost, but he actually plays pretty risky there, going for the Ice Beam. Interesting play. Okay. And on this turn here, not really expecting him to want to stay in. However, I am just going to go for the close combat, as that just clean taking out that Glaceon. Ouch. As Hitmontop does have enough speed. So he goes into Pavilion now, which is kind of a problem. I do still have Sturdy on my Crustal, so I'm not really worried at all. I kind of would like to just get off a nice little Toxic on this guy, in case he quivers. And from here, do I have Mach Punch on this thing? I have Sucker Punch. I believe I'm just going to keep Sucker Punching. I'm not really worried about him quivering up all the way, because I don't think these things usually run any sort of aromatherapy or anything. It just doesn't matter, because I already see that he's lefties, and I do have the this guy, my Crustal, that is going to have his Sturdy intact still. And he is actually being hurt by the poison quite a bit. Now he is +2. I don't have faith in Scarfed. I really don't have faith in anything except my man Crustle. Now he is taking quite a toll with the toxic damage. However, I am in a pretty good position here as I actually just tank that hit. Wow, I didn't even have to go into my sturdy. I'm a Crustle and I can take a +2 Hurricane like it was nothing from a Pavilion. Now Pavilions are not messing around. I'll tell you that much. If I outsped this thing first turn, yeah, I'm definitely just gonna get up my spike here, as he's more than likely just gonna put up his rocks, which is fine. I do have a I do have a defogger though. That kind of sucks. As now I can just go for a clean Stone Edge, get some damage off on this Wormadam Sandy as he misses the Rock Blast. That is unfortunate. And I almost just want to go for the X Scissor, except if I do get a crit Stone Edge, it will knock him out, as he does go for that solid EQ. And I believe at this point, Wormadam Sandy, don't really know his speed. However, I would look kind of silly if Kingdra can't outspeed, except this guy, Rock Blast, Stealth Rock, he could have Toxic. I just really don't want to get locked into Psyshock. So I think for that reason, I will go for the Ice Beam here. Because I definitely can sack my Kingdra if he brings in a threat. And Ice Beam has really good coverage. So he goes into Goodra here. As I believe Kingdra should be outspeeding. Believe so. Worst case, I have Flygon. So I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. It should be a solid 2-hit KO, but it's not as solid as I thought it would be. And he goes for that Toxic, and he has lefties. Okay, interesting. I really don't want this thing going down, though, so I'm actually going to switch into Octillery, which has that Specs. Don't really fear this Goodra doing much to me as he just fires off a Draco. That's cool. And at this point, I'm just going to fire off some Specs Ice Beams and just take him out right there. And yeah, I just figured that I'd rather have this Mesprit in the back just to handle stuff. And he does go right into Altaria, which is perfect. I can just clean it up with Mesprit if Octillery doesn't outspeed, which I'm not expecting it to. However, living that Earthquake, but not powerful. The choice specs are not powerful enough. And he does make this battle go one more turn. And I'm going to reveal my last going into Flygon. Pretty sure he outspeeds. Doesn't really matter. Go for that Outrage. Just get outrageous, as I had so many dragons and so many things to deal with this threat. So that's going to pull us up to about 18-20. That was a good game, playa. And we're going to try to get about 2 more battles in here. So we have a battle here against Tsuritama, as it looks like we are unburdened normal gem. And that's quite unfortunate. Now, do I have anything that appreciates? I don't really have anything that appreciates a burn. That sucks. Guess. Oh, why can't I have HP Grass over Grass Knot? That would be fantastic. This Rotom really is an annoyance of my team, except I'm just going to go into Fortress and put up my rocks here, as I don't really have anything to take on this Rotom, and he should have Volt Switch or something like that, as he actually goes out in a Gengar. Is Gengar a threat to my Gengar is a threat to my team. I think I'm just gonna go hit this man up with a Gyro Ball, as he will not appreciate that at all. Well, that did nothing. Wow, that did nothing. Should have just got my rocks up. What was I thinking? Well, that's unfortunate, as I'll just go for the rocks in case he does something else, and that was silly. Anyways, he will have his Shadow Tag up. Now, if he does have Focus Blast, I'll be really screwed on my Sharpedo. So I believe the safest play probably would be... I could kill this thing with Gothitelle, except I should be able to live any one hit. Yeah, and I have Earthquake on Lucky, so it's kind of whatever. Kind of played my Fortress pretty poorly there. I was thinking that Gyro Ball was going to do a lot once he Mega Evolved. Unfortunately, it did not do as much as hoped, as he just goes into Marowak. Interesting. He goes into Marowak. I have not much for Marowak either. Am I going to be outspeeding? How fast is Marowak? Hang on, I gotta check this real quick. I have no idea. I know most of the speeds from now. I've played so many of these battles, but I just don't really know. I believe it's around 40. 45, and my Gothitelle is 65. Alright. Think I'm going to switch into Gothitelle. I don't know how heavy he is, though, which kind of sucks, is he does go straight for that. Alright, so I did a quick calc, and apparently the whatchamacallit is only 60, so that will be doing 120, and Psychic will also be doing 120, so we're just going to go for Psychic, as hopefully it's a 2-shot, but it's not, and he gets a crit Earthquake. That's very unfortunate, but I can just go into my Sharpedo now, go for a nice Surf, and take this man out. As he does go into the Rotom, which is fine. Don't really mind him going into the Rotom, except I don't really like it either. As don't really... It kind of sucks because if he Volt Switches, he just goes into... I am going to have to go into my Licky here, as he does Wisp. Unfortunate, I could have gone into my Aurorus, which sucks. However... believe here I'm just gonna pass up a Wish in hopes that well, it goes right into his Bayonet. Interesting. What would Bayonet want to do to me? He could definitely burn me. That would really suck. Guys, everything on his team can just burn me, and I don't have a Heal Beller. This sucks. So I don't... Yeah, I'm just going to go into Aurorus here and fire off a big move. Ah, the taunt. Nature Power gets taunt? Really? He didn't even Mega Evolve, it looks like. So I'm just going to go for the Freeze Dry here, as I believe it'll be my most powerful move. Yes, he brings it in Rotom. This is going to give me a shot now. And he's frozen. Ouch. That's a very unfortunate turn. I'm going to try to get the boost with the Ancient Power, as it looks like we're not getting the boost. But hey, he switched Rotom into Freeze Dry, which is really, really lucky on my part. And what do you say? Boy, I sure hope that didn't, or I would have been F'd there already. Okay, so he will just go right into this Gengar, and I believe my most powerful thing to hit this thing is going to be, I don't know if Freeze Dry is going to kill. Now I'm very, very powerful, as he misses Focus Blast. Nice. We need to get another freeze, though, as we don't. So we're just going to go for some Ancient Power. If he hits, though, we're dead, which really sucks, as at this point, I really don't have many options. He does have Focus Blast. He's used 2 of them already, as... I would just like to go right into this guy. And Marowak is at a pretty low amount of health right now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Earthquake here, as Marowak does come in. Not really a big deal whatsoever, as I do think that in case he thinks I'm going to stay in, I am going to go out my Sharpedo, which should be able to live a hit. It can't. Wow. That's so powerful. So powerful. Alright, so I'm going to go into this guy right now. And yeah, I can't really win. I can't kill Bayonet, basically, so I'm going to quit this battle. it is over. Unfortunately, I got really lucky, and then I made that silly play. How does Sharpedo? Is that it can't even live a hit from a Marowak? That's really, really pathetic, Sharpedo. Well, we're gonna go into the next battle, and this should be the last battle, guys, for this a showdown live. Unfortunate that that happened. So apparently Aegislash been banned to Ubers. That's kind of weird. Looks like we got ourselves a little UU match going on right here, and I don't really have a good lead. Chances are I have a Houndoom. I'm not scared. I have a Houndoom. This is a straight Victini counter as yeah, the counter. I'll give him a nice little wink as I don't really expect him to stay in. Now, I don't really want to Mega Evolve either, but I think I will just Mega Evolve. And are these things usually choice? And I can't really remember, but I really don't think he can do much to me. I guess he can U-turn. So I'm gonna fire off a big fire blast into something, as he does just sack his Kecleon, or not really sack, but ooh, I get that burn. That's interesting. Can he really touch me? You're a Kecleon? Do these things get Thunder Wave? I think so. Alright, I guess we just gotta finish him off with a nice little HP fire. Or fighting. As apparently this guy has nothing to handle a Mega Houndoom, which is really unfortunate, I guess. I was really worried about let's see, speed-wise, I don't really want to risk anything here whatsoever, so I am... Oh, what can take this on? What can take on? I want to go into this guy. I don't have... Why don't I have that move? Why don't I have it? That sucks. Apparently this guy's just going to click Psychic. I'm going to switch into Pelipper as he goes Earth Power. And from here, I don't really want to risk a Hurricane missing, so I'm just going to hit this man up with a Toxic. Give him a nice Toxic right on his lander. Wouldn't really appreciate it. He can't really touch me as he goes into Tangrowth, which, wow, that's amazing. I can just kill this thing. I should be able to just kill this thing with a Hurricane, because I'm a Pelipper, as apparently he decides to make that play there into this Magnezone, which definitely keeps me in check a lot. Now, I do have this guy here, so I'm going to go into it. No real reason not to, as he goes for that sub. I am going to take his soul back with a nice little Drain Punch. As he can't really touch me, I am an Electros, and he's a Magnezone unless he carries some... And I guess he's just going to start Charge Beaming up, which is fine. I don't mind at all. He can't really do anything to me, though. I'm actually... probably expect the Tangrowth to go in, but I think Aqua Tail is solid in case he wants to go into like Victini or something like that. Probably should have Mega Evolved my Houndoom, given that I just completely wall as Victini, as this man claims not to win. If he does just forfeit here, I will get one more, because that would have been a really, really quick showdown live thing, as he does go into Tangrowth, which I kind of expected, but I'm up so much I didn't really need to predict anything, as now I can just go out into... I don't really want much going to sleep. I think this... Honestly, Crobat, what are you really doing in this battle? I'll have him go to sleep if he does go for the Sleep Powder. If not, he does go for the Leech Seed, though. Alrighty, so he goes for that Leech Seed, and... okay, that's going to be the battle. I mean, there wasn't really much, and we're slightly above where we started, but that was so quick that I have confidence we can get one more really quick battle. As, yeah, I had such an unfair team matchup against that man. Like, just everything on my team was a counter for his team, basically, and he was just crushed. And that happens in random battles, though, sometimes. Alright, we're back, and I have a Mega Gyarados, and this is one of the most OP things in the entire meta, as he has a Dialgy. Honestly, Dialgy. What are you going to do to me, Dialgy? Usually these things are very aggressive. I think I'm going to pull an aggressive switch into my Beedrill, though, because Beedrill's kind of useless, as he does just go straight for that Dragon Pulse. Now I can get up a layer of Toxic Spikes, as if he does stay in, I will be able to Drill Run and outspeed him next turn. If Dialgy has the same speed as that other legendary, which is like 160 something. The legendary I'm thinking of is that one that's water dry. Oh, Palkia, that's the name. So yeah, if this thing has the same speed as Palkia, I would be able to outspeed. I feel like this is a great turn to bring in Beedrill and set up a layer of Toxic Spikes, because that's all Beedrill really does. I wasn't... Honestly, given that he just stayed in Dragon Pulse, I probably could have just Dragon Dance and won, but Mega Gyarados is so good that there's just no reason to risk the sweep on the first turn, in my opinion. And why does this is this a horse? Like, what is up with this man's feet? Man, what a threat. He's coming. Well, I don't know what he's doing, but I'll pause it until he makes a move. Alright, so he made a move into Meowstic, which I don't really mind. I think these things just set up screens, so I'm going to set up another layer as he just... Oh, I'm part poison type. What am I doing? Anyways, as this thing... I think I'm just going to fire off a big Shadow Ball with Aegislash. Hopefully he doesn't have a normal type, and even if he does, it'll probably start racking up some poison damage. Unfortunately, I didn't get toxic damage. I do have an Aegislash, which is going to be great towards my Toxic Spikes synergy if he doesn't in fact have a poison or a defog or a rapid spinner, but he may decide not even to get rid of it. Who knows? I mean, his only guy is a Dialgy that so far that I know, and that thing is not going to be affected, but I figure with 4 unrevealed pokes, there's a decent chance that that is going to get poisoned. Make him feel the pain. Alright, I don't know why my screen is freaking out, but I unfreaked it out, and Kill a Bunny is still thinking. The think bank is going on up there, and I have a pretty nice team. I have a kind of UU-ish team, as he just goes for a Reflect, and I really don't expect him to have much more. So he should be dual screens with Psyshock and one other support move. However, kind of don't mind just getting rid of this thing, as I think it'll die, but it doesn't. It's unfortunate. I don't have Shadow Sneak, though. I really don't think he has a move to touch me. He may just go for... I don't know. I could have HP Fire, but I don't think Meowstic ever carries HP Fire. I'm pretty sure it's just Psyshock Thunder Wave, I believe, is the other support move that they carry. With their Prankster, it's usually like 3 support moves plus Light Clay plus Reflect, Light Screen, all that good jazz in there. But what's this Meowstic? Alright, let's pause until this guy makes a move. I'm kind of getting a bit flustered about this battle. All this. Okay, so he just goes for the Yawn. Okay, yeah, that's another thing I expected. That's what the last move is, Yawn. I'm unflustered now as he just brings in his... Of course, he just has a team of Steel types, so that sucks. Registeel usually going to have some... Alright, so all I really have is this Rotom Heat, as he just puts up his rocks, which is really going to suck. However, I am just going to... God, I hate tricking something, but hopefully... No, he's never going to stay in. This sucks. I wish I had Volt Switch, but I don't. What kind of switch in to this would you have? I don't really know. You know what? I am just going to Will-O-Wisp, as something's going to come in. And yeah, I didn't really want that Dialga. That would have really sucked if that Dialga ended up with some nice, big, fat Choice Scarf. I'm going to go into Aegislash. He may have Fire Blast or something like that, but I don't really mind, as he's just going to phase me into this Florges. I do have that burn on him, though, as I think I'm just going to stay in and go for the wish. I'm not really too afraid of anything he does to me, as I can stall out screens a little bit. Honestly, I had an idea. What if I go for Calm Mind? He went for light screen second, so the light screen's not going away. You know what? I kind of feel that he's going to. I kind of felt that he was going to roar that turn, so I went for the Moonblast over anything else. And now he brings in this Reshiram, which I don't know. It's kind of an interesting switch into me. I don't see him really touching me, so I'm gonna go for a wish here. I don't really see Reshiram touching me, so I'm gonna go for a wish. He's probably just gonna go for the flame charge or whatever. As he goes for the blue flare, which I can eat that up pretty well. And now the light screen is gone. I'm gonna go for Calm Mind because I know I can't take him out at this range, and I do dodge any burn opportunities. And from this range, I am just gonna go for a Moonblast. He'll probably bring in Registeel or something like that, which would kind of suck. But he does have that Registeel, so I did successfully stall out his screens, though. He has a Registeel, though. I wish I had HP Fire. Why don't I have HP Fire? I have 2 moves that are bad coverage, and that apparently triggers a forfeit. So, whatever. I'll take a Kill a Bunny. And not really. I really wanted to play that match out because I feel like my team was kind of sucky, but it was kind of good. And yeah, he could have switched Registeel into me so easily. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm just getting back into it, so I'm just rebuilding my amazing, fantastic talking abilities. So tune in next time for more Digimon.